A man's need for sex is very high. Very, very high. So thing a man needs that women don't understand, or that I need women to understand, is his need for sex. His need for sex. Oh man, I see this one everywhere. Women say, why can't men zip it up? Why can't men keep it? Is it food? Is it every day? This. Trust me, ladies. Trust me, ladies. A man and a woman does not have the same sex drive. And I understand, because sometimes women say, is it that you think we two don't want to sleep around? You don't want to sleep around, trust me. You think you do. Of course, there are some women that do sleep around, and if you check most of them, there's a reason behind it. And again, these are things that statistics have shown, that a woman needs a reason to cheat. All a man needs to cheat is an opportunity. This is not debate. This is fact. You can't argue with facts except you have other facts. Now, women usually cheat, but there is usually something. Either she has been molested, she has been abused, she has been abandoned. Something led her to a lifestyle of sleeping around. Something usually led her to that lifestyle. So it's not a normal default for a woman to want to be loose. It's not a normal default. It's not something she looks forward to. It's not. A woman likes security. She likes safety. A man likes exploring. You see, the wiring is different. Again, like I said, we're not cooking these things up. There are stats and facts. They interviewed high-value women, high-value men. Okay? High-value women means either women that are very beautiful or successful or whatever. High-value men that are handsome, rich, successful. And they found out that all the women that were high-value women prioritized a secure relationship. That means they prioritized, what they wanted was one loyal, good relationship. And they checked the men prioritized the freedom to have many girls. Because that's how a man is more explorative. A woman there's no woman that on the street wants to say she has slept with 10 men on the street. There's no woman that will brag about that anywhere. A sane woman that is normal. Okay, not somebody that is sick or dealing with abuse. I mean, normal. The woman will just come and say, hey, I was slept with all the men in my office. Hey, yeah. You will not see that. But in men's closets, especially the ungodly men, they will say, bro, you don't say, they will be praising each other. Again, there's so much. I don't want to waste your time, but there's so much. When a woman sleeps with a man, there are hormones like oxytocin and co that flows heavily, that makes her bond. This is why a normal woman that is healthy won't just want to be sleeping when she can't work, because she bonds with everybody. She connects emotionally with people she's giving her body to. Now, they found out for the men that the same oxytocin flows when he has sex, but because of the rush of testosterone that he has, the effect of that oxytocin is broken. So he can afford to enjoy sex with many people and not feel it as much. All right? So there are loads and loads of statistics and surveys and research to show that how a man, that's why prostitution will always be higher from the male folk. You don't want to hear how much is being spent on OnlyFans and all these crazy things and prostitution. You don't want to hear how much. Because for men, sex is more a physical thing. They don't have to spend their emotions according to them. That's what they think, okay? But for women, you will hardly see women want to be useless. It doesn't come naturally. Not that it doesn't happen. I know it does happen. But it's not the woman's natural default that my aim is to sleep with all the girls all the men on the street, or all the men in my office. I'll sleep with all of them. So, what am I saying? A man's need for sex is important. It's something women don't understand. The drive for. So one time I did a post like this. I one woman in family life, slid into my DM and said, no, she doesn't agree that women also they have high sex drive. She said, you need to see when we are on our periods or ovulating. Yes, ovulating. I said that way you ovulate for 3 or 4 days or whatever. That way you feel 3 or 4 days is how men feel every day of the year. So you have high sex drive, you see, women think it's because they are more virtuous. You're not more virtuous than men. It's just that you don't have as much testosterone charge. If you know about basic hormones, the testosterone is the sex drive for a man. It's very strong. And once a child hits puberty, it gushes. That's the age most boys get into pornography, get into masturbation. The drive is so high. The drive is so high. It takes wisdom and the grace of God to manage. For women, the drive they have is more estrogen and is more desires bonding. It desires meaningful connection. So where you see women make mistakes in relationship, the average young girl has entered 13 different useless relationships. Useless ones. Because that's where she needs to manage her own emotions. So everything is kind of balanced. It's just like it's different. So she trades sex to get love. He trades love to get sex. So that's the transaction you are seeing going on that you think is because women want sex. No, women are actually looking for a deeper connection. But most men are saying, if I'm going to give you a deeper connection, I want to your body. So that's the trade you are seeing going on. It's not that the man wakes up and is dreaming of a marriage. I want to marry. No, the young man is not always dreaming of. He's dreaming of girls though. And the young girl is not dreaming of, I want to have wild sex with 13 boys. No, she's dreaming of her wedding gown. Most young girls already have a dream of how their wedding will look. Because this is basic biology, basic hormones. If you understand it and study it, it's there. The information is out there. It's not rocket science. So they both trade. All right? So a man's need for sex is very high. Very, very high. So if you're married, for instance, you can't be using sex as manipulative tool. You can't be using sex as is it food. A man would generally rate sex more than food. You can find food anywhere. Sex is one you can find anywhere. Uber Eats or whatever can bring in food. Which one is food? Those days are past when women can use food to harass people. It's just a app. You just press an app. They'll bring any food. The part where it might be challenging is sex. So if you're a married person, don't use sex as a manipulative. So a man's sex drive is generally high. Now I know that some cases the woman's drive is higher than the man, but those are exceptions. Okay, we're talking about the average, the men. So a man's need for sex is very, very high. All right, so it's another need that men have that women struggle to understand. Why does he always want sex? Why does he always want to touch me? All that. Yeah, trust me, say it's a rush. It takes the grace of God to manage. Basically, it takes the grace of God to manage. All right. So that's the second need of a man that women don't understand sex. And please don't criticize. Don't say, why am I not zipping up? The reason you seem to be zipping up is because your need for emotion is higher than your need for sex. You first want to be emotionally in the mood with somebody before you have sex with them. A man can have sex with people he doesn't know. That's why prostitution is popular now. You go and Google how much is spent on prostitution every year. A man can gladly sleep with somebody he's not going to see again. Do you understand? Somebody he doesn't know and won't know. After the act, a man is glad to sleep with that person. But most women, the normal woman, doesn't want to just sleep with a total stranger that she won't see again and do it all over again next week or next day, a total stranger again. No normal woman wants to do that. Sleep with total strangers. Even most prostitutes would like the man to talk to them first. Buy me drink, because inside her, just a physical transaction. But a man can gladly not even say a word, and have sex and be happy. So you need to understand we're wired differently. It's not an argument issue. It's just we're just wired differently. Of course, there'll be exceptions. So don't say I know one person, I know one uncle. No, there are exceptions here and there. There are times where the woman has a higher sex drive in the marriage. That happens. All right, but generally speaking, most prostitutes will be female because most men would gladly pay for sex.